But the Earth-like planet is so hot its surface may be like molten lava. Well then,
How long has it been since we've had?
I think April or July.
No.
Since what?
Probably 3 months ago. We starting?
Yeah, it's going. You want to shut that? Want to shut that door? But I'm gonna have to come on this side. Yeah.
We didn't really write much down.
Well, that's not gonna work, is it? Move this. I was gonna take a moment there. Are you good? Yes.
Yeah, I need to slide over a bit.
Yeah.
Hey.
You should get in there, bud. I think that's it. This is what we've got to work with here. First off, welcome back.
It's been a while.
Well, I mean, we've had a few, we just haven't recorded them.
Yeah, you haven't been out lately though. Or I guess I haven't either.
This is true. We've been hibernating. I guess the
Vacation. Went to Revelstoke.
Ravi.
Yeah.
I think it all started when when you went away to that little remote island on your romantic getaway.
Honeymoon.
That was the last time we had done one. Just before then.
Yeah.
When did you go there? June.
No.
Had to be because the weather was nice.
No,
Yeah,
it was
in
August.
July. August. Okay. So we've
Yeah.
A couple months.
I'm glad you made it back.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was a close call.
Yeah, I heard.
That's why I drink so much.
Not just that, but that's not the only reason to drink so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing the statement out there.
Oh, I thought you had all the answers for me.
It sounded like it. Sounded like he's going somewhere there.
So
All
good
right,
summer
so
though.
that's what
Yes.
you.
I'm gonna come to the conclusion that this summer was awesome.
This summer was awesome.
This was a great
I'd say
summer.
it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I'd say
It's pretty jam packed. I would say right until at end of August.
No, maybe for you.
Yeah, fine.
No, we went canoeing like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not
That was one of my favorite trips this summer, actually.
saying that the summer ended. I'm just saying it wasn't as
For
busy
you.
in the back half.
Yeah, I guess for you. The front and back was just insane. Front nine. It's a strong wind.
Yeah, I think we might even hit the 1912 too.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't just a full 18 of summer.
No. Sorry, you only played mini putt.
Yeah, but when I play for keeps.
This is true. You know what? I forgot to text our fan that we're starting. So I apologize, but
Well, I just tweeted.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. We had, is it Michael?
No, it is Steven.
Steven. We've had one devout fan, and
I think that's due to come on the show.
Who's Steven?
Steven,
He's a co-worker. I
Okay,
work with him.
yeah.
He's from England.
oh, proper.
I think you might have met him.
Maybe I met him. Was he at
Maybe.
that when we had that dip at your house? We had some. Maybe we didn't have dip.
I don't know. You want to call him and ask him?
Well, let's just at least let him know that we're started, and he can follow us live on UStream.
Ustream is great for this, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you finish up
This is-
watching the presidential debate and you get right into Thought Experiment, it's decent.
Yeah. No, and it's just cool how we can do this and someone across the world could see it live.
Yeah,
If they knew about us.
If they knew about
they don't need
us,
to know
you know,
about us. They can stumble on it.
word of mouth. We're big in Indonesia.
Indonesia's huge for us.
We're huge.
Huge in Indonesia. The numbers haven't changed. even with our absence for a month, we took a month off. Kind of,
They were just left on the
Patiently
Indonesian
waiting
seats.
for this.
yeah. Their fall is not our fall.
Hmm? Where they falling? I thought they're on the edge of the seats. Oh, I guess they could fall. You're right.
I'm talking about their seasons.
Oh.
Sorry.
Man,
Wow, I know. Okay.
talk about terrible English words when we have two.
Yeah.
It's like
Completely
deer.
opposite
Yeah.
meanings.
So what I was thinking about was why don't we tell our fans who we are?
Tell them.
Who are you, Andy?
I'm Andy, man.
What do you?
I live in Vancouver, BC,
Okay,
and it's probably my favorite city in Canada.
it's good that you live here then.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well,
That's
I'm glad
good.
everybody now knows Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, I should side note. Sometimes I dress up as a panda.
And
You may have seen him
I go out to the
in
streets.
certain bamboo bushes. He gets around.
Well, I'm the size and weight of the average panda, average giant panda.
giant panda.
Actually,
Oh, no.
maybe a little bigger. Like a captive panda when they get
Well fed.
overweight
Yeah.
and don't have sex.
Isn't all of them?
Yeah,
Aren't
I don't get
Aren't they
it.
all like this?
Save your species, you panda. Cute little panda.
Well, maybe this is what
Well,
they're
you're helping her.
Yeah, you're helping
Yeah.
them. One
One more pain.
One
man
furry at
at
a time.
one man at a time.
Furries. That furry convention video YouTube, that is hilarious.
That is good. If
Would
you haven't
you
seen
ever
the
consider
furries,
it-
I live in
furry.
Vancouver and I didn't go to the furry
Fur-
convention.
Would
Furry-
you ever consider it?
Maybe.
Would you? Yeah.
As
Do
a
you,
spoof.
do you know what
furries
that
are
series is?
people that dress up like animals
Yeah,
or no.
Panda.
I guess it's just costumed. Or do they have to be animals? They can be creatures.
Yeah, I think you. I
Has to be
think
some
you're
sort
good to
of
go anything as long as you're wearing a full body mascot suit.
Should be some. I
Sure.
think it has to be some sort of creature. It's supposed to be. Can't just
Yeah,
be
but
like
it doesn't. It can be.
a sushi roll.
Yeah, I think they want it
Yeah,
Like-
maybe. But I don't know.
animals.
And it's
or
mainly animal. themed.
mythologic creatures.
I don't think you get any play if you show up and you're like a.
I'm a used sock, an old sock.
No, you don't get anything from the unicorn girl.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, not as a used sock.
She's horny.
Yeah.
Oh,
More
yeah,
than one
yeah.
way.
but you're just not getting any from her. Now
She's probably two people.
that's true. So somebody's getting too much of her probably.
She's the unicorn three-way girl.
Oh yeah, that's how she rolls every furry convention.
Sorry, unicorn three-way girls. There's two of them.
Yeah. This, I guess. Well, that's our
Two
assumption.
unicorns there?
Well, look at the horse costumes. You got the
Yeah, you have to have
back
some-
legs.
The
The back legs
unicorn
in the
race
front.
has a chance.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, the race of unicorns.
Yeah.
So another, you
Existence.
get it? Another English word that,
Race of unicorns, like skin color.
yeah, not
Is that what you're talking
not like a running race.
Oh yeah, that one as well.
I know.
Fucking English language, man.
Where's our Brit when we need him most? So that's very topical. Andy's a furry advocate. I wouldn't say he's a furry though, but he dresses up like a panda.
No, but if you want to have sex in a costume, go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't, but I don't know. It's funny.
Cool. Yeah, I got
Go do it.
no
Knock
issue
yourself
with
out.
that.
There's a convention in town every summer.
And if you get on the circuit, you could probably go to every town and every weekend. Sacramento.
Oh man,
San
Sacramento's
Antonio.
got the best facilities.
You know this.
You
Wait,
studied
I
up on the
I
science.
heard.
Yeah. Have you been to a furry convention, Andy?
When you get into being a furry, yours was, I guess everybody has their own unique reason for getting into why you're a furry, like, or what furry you are. But is it like you were considered the same size of a panda? And
I
this
feel
is
like
kind of
you're
why
asking me why I have sex in my panda suit.
I'm not. I'm just. I pictured little bios next to each person, and I'm wondering.
They should come with trader cards.
Yeah, and how do each of them get into their own little, like, I want to be a lizard fairy. I don't know. This is what they do, though.
I grew up in northern Alabama.
So you'd be
I don't know. Yeah, trader cards.
Yeah.
Pass them around.
pogs.
Be like, wow, I want to
Is your
fuck
biography?
that kangaroo later.
Yeah. The old ruse.
Yeah.
They got their stereotype
I
for
could
sure.
put my drink in her pouch.
That is a convenience.
Wow. Kangaroos.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that's a good intro. So
Did you explain who you are?
No, we're gonna go Jesse.
You didn't already?
Oh.
Oh yeah, I rudely interrupted
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
we're,
interrupted by
Sorry,
fairy
Jesse.
talk. It happens. It's very important to let the world know about the fairies.
Don't
world.
mind if I do.
well, let me
I'm
just-
Jesse Rupert. I also live in Vancouver. I love whiskey.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gentlemen.
Please. What else can I say?
Good for me. Thank you.
I work in the landscape industry and landscape construction industry, I should say.
Okay, it's good to know. It's good to know what industry
So-
knowledge you're bringing to the table here.
Yeah,
Where your beliefs might be formed.
trees and plants are important to this world
And ecosystem.
and ecosystem. Well, that's
Ooh.
part of the world.
You gotta.
Okay.
But thank you, Andy.
Yeah, much appreciated. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
good intro, Jesse.
That's who I am.
Good. So, and you had come a great distance to get here. We are spread out.
We didn't live in Vancouver our whole life.
No, I know, but living in Vancouver, we're spread out in the city. Jesse down the hall, and Andy's around the next hall. No, Andy does not live here,
He does have a panic.
but he does have a panda den, cave, whichever.
I think it's a nest.
They go with nests. Yeah, it would make
No, panda's den. Don't wait. No, these aren't normal
Bears have
pandas.
caves.
You know the funny thing about bears is they hate winter so much that they just sleep through it. I respect that decision because I've been there before where I wish I could just hibernate.
for
Till the summer again.
for how long?
The winter.
Okay, if you didn't lose, like if you didn't age and you didn't lose days from your life, then I would be okay with that. I would agree with those sentiments.
What about the polar bear? He loves the winter. That's all he knows.
He hibernates in the summer.
The women do. No, you're wrong. The men stay out and feed, but the women they hibernate. Yeah.
Really? In the summer? Or winter?
In the I don't know. What the,
I don't think polar bears hibernate.
What
Where do
the
they
women
hibernate
do?
to?
The women den.
They
For
have
sure
their
den.
babies.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
then
That
and the
makes more
men
sense.
just kind of it's a
They-
long winter then, or a long stretch between because
Don't
once
they
it
hunt for the
yeah, one of them's hibernating.
well.
Well,
That's
I'm just
also-
saying I would too.
Yeah,
I get it, bears.
there you got it. Andy's on your side. Well, we know you're on their side already. So, what are we doing here? There's so much going on. Like today I wanted to sit down and get a bunch of work done, and I started to, and then the Tigers game came on, which is of high importance, and then the presidential debate came on, which then took over the Tigers game, and I
So
put
you
that in a little corner
Gotta
of my,
monitor them both at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Both
like-
great entertainment.
Fortunate for me, I've got a great internet stream, so I could do both at the same time.
Making fun of Jesse.
Lots of
Actually,
yeah.
I had both. I had a flat screen high def television
Mm.
for the game and
Yeah.
the stream for the political output. Which I-
Output.
Well, I
That's
guess
just all it is. It's just.
it really was, and watching it, that's all I feel like too. It's just unnecessary, but it's necessary because they have to go through the motions. Nothing changes.
It's true.
The
The
conversation,
They kind of have to do it.
the conversation is the exact same, and it's just who can tiptoe around it, looking the best by saying the same
Wouldn't-
bullshit and tying their answer to somehow slander everything the opponent's saying, but then bring it back to the question somehow, if they can. And none of them really do it. Some of them are a little bit smoother. I thought Obama was pretty good at it tonight, but I don't know. It's just, if you just step back and look at it, the whole situation
is dragged on way longer than it needs to be. And it's
but it's all propaganda for the United States. You do that?
I've never seen such television that reminded me of that one South Park episode where all Stan saw was shit. Like, every movie he saw was like Jim Carrey and like the Penguin movie was just, all the penguins were just pieces of shit.
Just because it's all nonsense.
And all you hear them say is just farting noises, and all the like the music he plays just is like farting noises, and he's just like, everything sounds like shit.
So what's the metaphor? What are they drawing? Is it just because?
Well, they kind of made it out he's just a cynical asshole.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, that was the first thing I saw that it just reminded me that it just sounds like shit. It just sounds like.
It really, I mean, it is.
Might as well just make fart noises for 90 minutes because it's all I think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
my expert analysis.
But people draw their conclusions off of it.
Yeah. The fuck?
I don't know how or why, but it's mainly because they're so short-term thinking.
Mr. President, I went to school for 3 years, and when I got out, Mr. President, like that is here's the one guy who's trying to do it without the cue cards, and he fucked up, and he had to pull them out.
Is it a guy or a chick?
It was both.
He used to be a guy.
The one girl who was asking the Hispanic question, she called Romney Mr. President. But I mean, it's a nerve-wracking situation, and
they're on TV in front of millions of people.
Yeah, and they know that.
But at least if you're gonna hire some people out, hire people that can, like, actors or something.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe they are acting.
This is their big break.
I
played Romney question 2.
Yeah, watch me mess this up. Yeah,
I did it with no cue cards.
Notice the cue cards. I think that's just how they do it, right? I mean,
or do you think they just down real people making their own questions?
And I love how they say that they don't know what questions are coming because they have everything at the bottom all like ready to go with their answers and with the percentages of what their policy. They had it going the whole time.
They have that.
They had the policies going on as
what?
Then they would
had like a ticker tape of their policies
as they were answering the question. I don't know. Maybe they were ready for it.
Oh no! I don't think they see that. I think that's just for the viewer to read and get facts.
Yeah, but maybe they, I don't know.
I don't think they see that.
I didn't say they see it, but
I'm
just saying, like, everything seems so staged.
Well, they have a million people ready to just, like, input whatever it could. They know there's only certain questions that will be asked. And there's only certain ones that they'll talk about. So they just have, just like baseball stats or hockey, somebody just ready to click. Those are
on Twitter. They had like real-time updates with every single fact, like true or false, the meter.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually what I love doing is reading the funny comment. The people that know what it's there for, although they still watch it. I guess that's like me, but they put their comments in there, and some of them are just hysterical because they're just either making fun of the processes or.
This was my tweet.
The candidates. Yeah, let's hear it.
This is the worst Big Brother episode ever. # debate.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't know who. I think they would give it to...
Debating on who gets kicked out of the house.
It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And it's Big Brother, so it's fitting.
Yeah.
Because they just want to spy on everyone.
But the other aspect of it was fun to watch them get intense with each other and get upset and battle.
I think in their face.
Yeah,
too,
I think that was a little more interesting because you don't get to see that usually. But here you get to, even if the questions are nonsense, it's kind of fun to watch the candidates.
Put them in a ring. Give us some gloves.
Put some ropes up. Throw up some turnbuckles.
Or hockey's helmets and gloves.
Who wins that fight?
Yeah. Well, that's what we do with Canada, at least.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
I think Obama wins because
yeah.
I think he's more grittier. Romney's just a business, whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know though.
He's the kind of guy. You touch me, I'll call my
He's
lawyer.
the kind of guy that'll strap his dog on top of his car and drive across Canada.
Yeah.
Idiot.
He would come up. He came up to Canada and did
dog
that?
surfing.
Yeah.
He did that in Canada.
He drove from Boston to Canada with his dog.
Newfoundland or something like that. Yeah.
His dog on the roof in a carrier or a pen or whatever.
I picture when you guys say that, I'm picturing a dog like strapped with rope and like not in a. So I'm picturing like how would anybody let that happen? So he put it. It was in a cage, I guess.
It was
Yeah.
in, like a kennel. And I guess the dog defecated himself, and they had to like wash it
I've
out.
heard this story. That's
I bet you he's not too happy about his son leaking that family trip.
Yeah.
Back when I was 13.
Okay, here's one that I was thinking about. How will, with the intelligence that's out there these days, how will anybody that's, say, our age, so say in 10 years, how will anybody run for presidency if they weren't coached early? Like we're talking.
Can't have a Facebook account.
Yeah,
can't have any
you can't.
social
Because they
networking.
already have access. Anything I've done for the last, so I was an early Facebook user because I was going to school in the States. So all my information, all my messages to anybody I've ever sent them to, somebody owns those. Not me. They have access to that. The government could get that easy. So anybody building
Any
a case
hacker could
against me,
get that
probably.
too.
I could never run for president of the United States.
You gotta think everything you're doing is being surveilled. Like your phone calls, your emails. Someone's gonna be able to look at that.
Yeah.
Someone still can.
So
look
how
at
do you
it.
have a presidential candidate with?
You gotta have someone. In 10 years, it's gonna be like, "Yo, my name's Andy. I'm running for this motherfucking presidency. Yeah, you know, I've done some shit in my past. I've done my share of drugs." They all come out saying they do.
Online.
They all say they do drugs at one point in their life in their tell-all book. So just come out ahead of time before Facebook does.
I don't know. I don't think that works. You still gotta, even if you. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh, you're thinking in the 2012 mind. But 2022, President fucking
Ramos Rodriguez.
sure. President
Latin
Ramos
president.
Ramirez.
I didn't storm the Texas border and shoot those officers just to get into the U.S. Okay, I did. But that was my past. I was 13.
It's crazy, man.
I don't know. I just think
What
it's
about the
it's
Amish?
just going to make it... With the Amish
love
are going
the
to take
Amish.
over. I just think that
Yeah,
they're going to...
they don't have internet.
Oh, yeah. And they're not going to be able to get licenses or anything to vote if they pass those laws.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Amish.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll need buggy licenses.
Yeah. That'll cost you at least $75 a year.
Then they're in the system.
Yeah. I think it's something to think about though, because
Moving up.
what will it be like? You'll
I think
you'll
you're right.
only have,
You're
you'll
gonna
have
know
an even more narrow scope of people that could go on to lead certain areas. And I'm not talking just presidents.
No.
I'm talking other people of influence that would be run to the ground if they were running against somebody else for a position. And if
maybe
the system is the same, the system would have to be still running the same. So if the system continues, then I think you're going to have a massive reduction in people who can actually go for these positions.
And have a good.
So it's going to
squeaky
become
clean background.
even a more elitist group, and we're making it that way by doing it.
Well, I was watching this thing the other day that basically says we shape the government we get. Meaning, like,
that's
in a way,
supposed to be the idea.
we are just so reliant, unwilling to take control of our own selves that we need some authority father figure to take care of us.
Yeah, we kind of just assume
Some people
somebody
think
else
that-
will take care of it, right? Like, it's a problem of societies, but we have elected people to take care of it. Hands off, that's it. That's kind of what I think, do as a society.
I don't really like the idea of having like a president or prime minister. I think that kind of job should be broken up more broader, like.
But you always have to have somebody that's going to be
A representative.
Yeah.
But I think it just spread around a couple other people, like have a Western, Central, and Atlantic prime minister that kind of meet together on federal levels. I just don't like the idea. Like, it just feels such like a primate thing to do to have like one leader that's supposed to lead us. And
But I think they just guide conversation and people's maybe focus
Ideas.
than anything. Like I don't think that we know that they don't have the power that they would like, or that maybe they don't have the kind of power to make the decisions or the impact, right?
True.
That we all think they do. Just look at everything that if they did, Obama would have done a lot of things differently, or Harper, or whomever, right? They would be more like a king. I think more the people in the power are the people we don't see, and this person's just
Pawn.
kind of in a way,
puppet.
but that he or she, they also have to. I think they come in to the system knowing that they still have to strike a balance between the greater general public and the people with the power, and
People
that's
who fund-
maybe
who
more.
fund their
And that's
campaigns.
maybe more. Yeah.
I think it's more so that too.
But do we still not have the power to, if we decide as a group that somebody else is controlling it, to make a difference and change that? I mean, the moment we say no, then we're screwed. Basically, we're living back in a dictator-led world again.
Well,
we might
according to Gamble,
Procter Gamble.
Procter and Gamble's son.
Yeah, tell me about this, because this is
It's-
fascinating stuff. It sounds a little crazy, quirky,
Yeah,
but for
it's,
somebody like him to come out and talk about it.
I saw it on YouTube and I was working, so I had nothing else to do but watch it and work, or listen to it, I should say. I listen to YouTube videos all day.
Is it very new?
No, I think it's like a year or two old, maybe a year
It's a
ago.
documentary.
It's fucking weird. I don't know. It's I don't know what to lump it in with. Like,
Because you said he
What's it
acts
about
in
though?
he doesn't act. He's just
He's the
main
host.
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts off just like talking about force fields, really. But there's like the force field around the Earth, how humans have a force field around them, and it's all the same
Us
shape.
each individually?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we have like magnetic poles in us.
Yeah.
And starts talking about that. Starts talking about aliens, crop circles. What do you guys think about crop circles?
Wait, first tell me about what's the name of this movie? Thrice? No.
Thrive.
Thrive.
The what are we doing to the Earth or something like that. He's a big proponent for free energy, and that free energy's been hindered in the past. Same thing they did with Tesla. He wanted everyone to have free energy,
Yeah.
and they fired him, burned down his shop, burned down all his papers.
Mm-hmm.
And they saying the same thing's happening right now with people trying to get free, like cheaper energy. It's the oil and the fossil fuel industry keeping it down.
I just watched a commercial with ExxonMobil saying, "Let's make
drill.
this world great."
Drill, baby, drill.
No, it was a promo commercial for all the money they put into education and the betterment of the society. Okay, so
That's
this,
nice of it.
yeah,
So this movie is crazy. Like
it's a bit crazy, but
he's flat out saying with the banker, that pyramid on the dollar
Yeah.
bill, it lays out like we're the working people at the base who are just production,
mm-hmm.
and then it's like the government who has a monopoly on authority, and then on top of that, who controls them is the corporations with all the big billion-dollar corporations,
Mm-hmm.
and like the layers keep going
And then on
up.
top of them is the bankers.
It's like the world bankers. It's talking about how they want to do. They already have the I didn't know they had an African Union. They have the European Union. They have the African Union.
Yeah,
And they want to do the North American Union.
yeah.
And they think they're manipulating the economy to crash, to stockpile money all in the hands of the people that are already just like that are orchestrating this, the filthy rich.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really a transfer of wealth to put people even in more
Disparity.
yeah exactly. And,
Because then they need the government more, and they need.
and then they crack down, and let's combine that with the surveillance state that's going on.
I'd agree
It's
with that.
interesting.
It's
The police state is gone.
he
crazy.
basically, this movie is flat out saying the elite are trying to enslave us. Flat out saying this is what he's. But we
How
have the
do-
power of the internet but how we always have to keep the internet free for information to flow both ways, because no one owns the internet, and that's how it should always stay.
But the problem with that is you have a guy in office. Okay, we talk about the U.S. a lot because they do control, let's say most of what's going on in this world. And Obama, who's supposed to be one for all of humanity, has put in some of the most tough laws or legislation through on any privacy, and maybe some would say like the biggest breach of our rights.
They signed the NDAA.
Yeah, the NDAA, and there's another one, ND something. There's two, but the NDAA was one of the massive ones that he signed these right through. Is the NDAA? Does that encompass the whole? If you're a terrorist, we can take you away.
Yeah, it's.
I thought
detention.
okay. There's another one though as well, and I'm not really sure. But if he can sign these through, what hope is there for somebody else at the top? Like you know, like you'd think. He talks about how he's come from humble beginnings and how he has 2 daughters that he wants to have like equality, and you know, it can seem like he sounds like a pretty relatable guy, but then things like this seem.
Control of it. That's what makes me think he's not in control. He's just a puppet who gets told what to do, signs these bills.
So if he had values and beliefs, so he must agree at some point that his legacy means more to him than actually standing up for all these people.
Or he gets assassinated.
Still,
that could be threat. Like
Nelson Mandela.
Well, wasn't it JFK was threatening to not go ahead with the strike against Cuba?
I don't know.
Man, if they don't want conspiracy theories, they're doing like the opposite of what they should be doing.
Yeah, to alleviate that.
Like,
yeah, it's true. It's tough to think of how someone. I was watching a program, this Russian television. I told you I was getting into it a little bit, and this one guy was talking about. He was relating the privacy controls on the internet, and he says, to put it in layman's terms, you need to describe it maybe more like roads. So the government builds roads, and everybody can use those to get around for social reasons, to build their business, to make money, for needs and wants, kind of thing, right? For self-purpose. Now, the government doesn't go out there on every inch of that highway put cameras and policemen and ways to monitor your every single movement on those, although we're kind of getting there.
They don't have to, they just put them in our cars.
Yeah, kind of. But there's not these kind of, like, they can't tell you if you can't take a left. Well, I guess they can.
GPS.
But I'm just saying that it's not completely monitored, right?
True.
Now, think of the internet as highways, except every single inch of that is recorded, is stored forever, without you knowing. It is monitored at the same time, and it can be controlled to an extent that you don't even know. Where you're going and what you're doing, and this is what they're doing, and this is what they want. So, what kind of system?
Unless you're really smart and you know how to
watch what.
But even still,
watch what they'll do. They'll false flag an internet hack and say, "Well, you know what? Now we need these protections."
Could be. Maybe drop like a big corporation and have a.
Anonymous did it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I bet you Anonymous would be smart enough to be like, we didn't do this. This is why. You know. Like,
yeah, that's also true. There's a big. That's the nice thing about this.
Anything you do on a computer.
There's a large faction of people out there that are technically savvy, and they.
Well, look at that thing you sent me. That Julian Assange.
This is the one. Yeah.
they were just talking like.
Oh yeah, this is what I was
talking about
getting at.
Systems and wow, it's just like I don't know about this.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear though how in that discussion, the one guy was saying how the U.S. Navy had invited him to be a captain of one of these recruitment camps at the war games, and what they do is they invite all these tech people, kids basically, to come in and try to first hack into a system, and they just kind of they score them and they do all these team building things, and then they also have to defend from people getting into these systems, right? And the Navy sponsors it, or the military, let's just say, sponsors it, and they turn it into this big like rah war thing. And he said it was really awkward and didn't feel good at all.
And then the one guy was like, "How do you know what they were doing was just a game? Like, what if they're actually?" Yeah,
who knows? But this is a way. All the big companies are there: Microsoft, Apple, Google, and they recruit there, and the military recruit. Yeah, and they see maybe ways of how their kids are doing it, how you can do it, and maybe learn new things. But they try. But they brand it. He said the weird thing was they brand it so military like. So you have these computer geeks sitting there and they're doing this thing, and then they have this guy who's been in military his whole life bearing down on him like, this is it, this is what we're going to war, boys, and when we got there we're gonna kick down the doors, and these kids are just like, Jesus, man, we're just
I want some chocolate milk. Why is this guy yelling at me?
Yeah, so he just said it was a really bizarre. He said he wasn't comfortable in doing it. He sits on a board in Washington for the privacy controls. A young guy too, but he thought it was really strange. But he kind of enjoyed it just to see what was going on and how they do it.
Picture like that Matthew Broderick movie, War Games.
Oh,
it's like that 80s movie.
That's not the one I was picturing. I was picturing the Sandra Bullock one back in the floppy disk age where she's like running around. And she's like, the net, where she's got to get the card and she's waiting for the scrolling bar on the screen and to get her ID back. Yeah, her identification. The net. That's what this world's coming to. She's got a floppy disk, or it's a zip drive, I think. Then.
Yeah. Floppy disks.
Hey, Happy, how about another floppy? Yeah, so I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but
it was the Thrive movement.
Thrive.
And
I haven't watched
the globalist agenda of world government.
I think it's not necessarily. I think there is a world government aspect to it, but I think it all stems from. I do think a lot of it stems from. These families, like they say that the Rothschilds,
wealthy families,
the Rockefellers and
bank
Morgans, I think. But I mean, they've been in power for ages. Like we're talking back in
that's how
the
they're
Napoleon
running
Wars.
That's how they're running it still.
Yeah, but
that can't last.
But there's a big.
So they're clamping down.
I think that. I don't know.
It could be all horse shit, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's to that extent, but I think that there's definitely certain maybe little factions inside the one big conglomerate that runs.
And that's what actually this movie talks about. The people that made the atomic bomb, it was like they said over 100,000 people worked on it, but no one knew what it was they were working on.
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of how they're saying this could be happening. People don't know what they're doing; they're just kind of like doing their own thing.
Sometimes that's
the
best way of
Einstein
figuring new technology out by sending someone out, making them think that they're doing something, but really they don't even know themselves.
Exactly. They said it's like you go into a bank, you got the teller, and then they have their boss. He has his boss. Like they have their boss,
and nobody gets to see the full process.
No, exactly. They don't see the guy going to Washington lobbying for whatever they want. So. And then you know what? I started like after the movie, I started like looking up, trying to find like just, who is this guy? And he's got no Wikipedia page. All I found was like Thrive movement debunked and how it's actually a Illuminati. He's part of the Illuminati making this video.
Oh really?
To try to like
make people think something else.
No, make us like almost ease our way into it better.
Oh, really?
So people are just more aware of it. And it's just like, oh,
We told you, but
Yeah.
now I'm your boss.
that's kind of what like the guys saying. Like the message is like, we can have free energy. We believe there's energy floating all around us that we could tap into.
I think I have to agree because I've not like
No, but
I'm
Different.
like
ways.
Tesla,
yeah.
like Tesla.
Well, they've been shutting down projects like that for ages. I mean, they stomped out the electric car.
Too
They
much
stomped
money for.
for other companies. Yeah,
It doesn't fall into their line of plan
yeah.
where they have to share a part of this.
Not yet,
of
at
the
least.
It's not new
and-
that it's even products like or inventions. It's countries. We've talked about countries that were on the rise just because they were on the rise but not benefiting what we wanted. So we pretty much put in another government that we knew would do whatever we wanted, yet ruin that country.
And then 10 years later, they turn back
And then you throw a new one in. So that's no different than killing a company or a product that is maybe would be for the better, yet it's going to hurt the benefits of the powerful at the time. So what do we do?
I don't know.
Just talk about it and hope
Spread the word. That's what they offer solutions all at the end.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he gives it all to us.
He lays it out.
It would be a slap in the face if it comes true, right? And he's
I
like,
know.
man, I told you guys. Like, I gave you this video in 2009.
Move. Get
Yeah.
out of your country. Go to an island somewhere.
Yeah.
Live off the beach. That's what I'll do. Let's go. Let's get all our family and friends.
And just go to a beach.
Find a unknown
Fish. We'll just fish.
I'd be a pretty good fisherman.
Surf.
Actually, I'd be good at setting up the lines, and other people can do it.
So you're lazy like the.
No, that's setting up the lines is an important part of the job.
Why wouldn't you finish the job?
Exactly the
Makes
same
you
reason
wanna
we're
be-
talking. You don't see the whole process through. These people won't know what they're doing. They're getting all this fish. They think they're getting it. I'm giving them 2, and I'm taking the rest out to my little mansion on the other side of the island, having big parties,
Departmentalized.
telling them that we're canning it for years to come. Really, we're just tuna party.
Tuna party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well,
what the fuck else is going on?
got a few things.
Yeah. When do you go to China?
Not sure yet. I was hoping.
Are we gonna be able to Skype?
Yeah, we might even get a bright Skype here this eve.
Hey, am I allowed to talk about time travel while you're in China?
Oh shit.
Imagine they bleeped it out every time I
they just
They
knew.
got someone waiting, like a 10-second delay. So have you seen?
Why you always blank out like every 13 seconds?
What movie are you talking about? I can't understand you.
I do not know when I'll be leaving. I'm pushing for maybe the new year, but I might be going sooner than that. I might be going by the end of this month.
For how long?
I'm looking forward to it though. For a month and a half. I'll be back for Christmas if I go by November.
Guangzhou again?
Guangzhou.
No.
Guangzhou.
Gangnam.
Gangnam
Going-
Style.
I'm going to Korea. Going to Korea.
Find that guy and have a drink with him.
He might come to China. I will be going to Xiamen this time.
Is this one of your ladies?
No, just Xiamen. Xiamen.
Shout
Sounds
out
like
to my
a strip
ladies.
club.
Does sound like a strip club.
Welcome to Xiaomen's.
Xiamen's. It's a port city. In this,
Why? Because easy access?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And it's a lovely place, I hear. But-
Nice. So you'll be squatting for...
Oh yeah, I don't miss that.
But who does?
I don't. Yeah. You know, it wasn't the worst thing. I just.
Does anyone bring those like little RV shitters and just put them by their desk? What's the difference?
Honestly, nothing. People. Some of the.
Keep it under your desk or something. Like.
So it'd be funny. I don't know if I've explained all of it to you. I sat in kind of like small cubicles. Just think of a desk like this, but long, like the length of 2 of this room. And then they had the little half glass sectionals, dividers. And at each station, like some guys would smoke like all day, and they fucking like eat seeds,
do whatever you want,
sit them on the table.
So it's 1970s.
Yeah.
Canada
Oh yeah.
there.
100%. I felt like we should be
1950s.
Slapping women.
It was. You could smoke there. The windows. There wasn't even windows in there. They were just kind of like breeze doors, and the folds, and then you just have the drapes blowing through the window and bugs everywhere.
Misty Guangzhou morning.
I knew this was
Ain't nothing like the smell of Guangzhou on a misty morning.
Yeah.
Sorry. So tell me more about the ambience of this office.
And there would be there was so the water coolers that we have, you know how you get the new tabs? Well, these you don't get new bottles, so you have to take the top off.
Go really quick.
You go and you fill it up, and then when you go to put it on, you do it really quick. Oh yeah, so there's always.
I'm sure you're probably the guy that changed it every time, weren't you?
I changed it a few times. But
Give it to Godzilla.
It's not easy to go get the water. You have to go down. You go down the street and you find like a vending machine, and you take this jug of water and you put it in this thing, and it's all Chinese. I would never have figured it out. I'm sure it's like one button, but
you just know the symbol as refill.
No, it's like rainbows and
2 rainbows,
double rainbow for medium jug.
I got the unicorn jug.
Yeah. I mean, there would be no.
Why don't we start a water delivery business there?
They have tons of water.
Well, then why are they making you do it?
Because there was one just out the door, and rather than have it delivered,
enjoyed getting another smoky office.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Actually, the guys on my team, the Ransons, they didn't smoke. They were actually, but the office right next to us, it was just all day, just smoke. And there's 2. They were a tech customer service.
Are they
room.
Branded smokes, or are they roll their own?
These are branded.
Branded.
Yeah.
And no one smokes weed there.
No. Well, I'm sure.
Did you get any?
There's a couple American guys that were smoking it there while I was there.
Get high with them?
No.
Their drug laws
right?
pretty strict.
If I was a smoker, I'd look into it. Yeah, like, I think you lose a hand
once in a lifetime,
and an ear if you get caught.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Imagine that.
I don't know.
Coming back with your hand wrapped up.
What happened?
I got high.
Yeah, and I did ask about it. One of my Chinese friends, and they just said, I don't know, bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I presume bad things would happen. Well, I mean, when you go into a bank and...
Bad.
Yeah. Well, her English is not the greatest. So.
Not bad. That's awesome.
I think it was more like I think not good. Something like that. Lots of money.
What about meth?
Meth, no. They don't have drug problems there, but they do have a lot of alcoholics there. Yeah, because they just booze and it's so cheap.
So can you tell that it's a communist country? That's
No,
what I don't get. Is there like
not if you're just going if you're just there going around,
like,
you can't.
If I got blindfolded and got put in the heart of...
But you do see that they are military like in a sense, or like police state like. Everybody has a uniform.
Is the
everybody
government
carries
building
guns.
all the apartment buildings and all that? Is that...
Yeah, you see a lot of their government buildings. You see a lot of their military compounds just in every city all over the place. Yeah, they just have them. You can't take photos of them, and you can't do certain things. But they're just kids, right? They're just these kids that are toting around these machine guns and
it's gotta be weird to see.
Kind of.
I don't know. You don't see that here.
But you go into a bank and there's a kid with a gun and he's got a military outfit. I'm like, you're the bank police? Although, while I was in a bank and there was this bank police kid there, and his uniform is embarrassing. It's like a Halloween costume that we would buy here. Just a joke. Yeah, you'd think they would have such good...
it's just
like it'd be like fake
plastic,
like a weird bib that looked like it was plastic or some kind of saran wrap and then colored, and then he would have this gun and his pants would be way too short for him, and he wouldn't be wearing like he'd be wearing weight socks with just whatever issued shoes he had,
Oh,
and then
classic.
you go, you're authority right now, and you have a gun, and I'm in your bank, and then so I'm standing at one of the tellers, and this guy is furious. I don't know what was going on, but whatever he was furious about could not have been justification for how he was treating this
Really?
lady teller.
Just
Just laying into this lady teller. Nobody was doing a thing. Not one person was doing a thing. Even the guy with the gun was just standing there going, ah. And so I'm looking at him, and I'm the way out of place guy. So
no shit.
I'm standing there, and I'm just looking. I'm looking, and I don't have anything to say to him because I don't know any Chinese really at this point. And he looks at me, and you could just tell by the look at my face I was disgusted by what he was doing. But he was furious. He didn't care. Like, he just looked at me, and I'm just like, dude, you are
Probably like, you got my back.
The lady was breaking down, like crying.
Really?
Yeah, and then he didn't say a word after that. He just went through the process after that, and that was it.
So you stopped it essentially?
I didn't stop anything.
Gave him the eye.
No.
It's like,
No.
Fear
I
of the
think
white
he
man?
got everything out that he needed to get out. He knew I was there before, but I mean, I don't know. I guess
Maybe
I
he
feel.
paid her to yell at her.
Maybe that's one of their business services.
It's on the sign. You just can't read it.
Yeah, I just couldn't read it. This is the pay to get your issues off your chest line.
They have that in Germany.
Oh,
You call up a phone number. And
Oh,
just
really?
Cuss someone out.
oh really?
Yeah, leave it to the Germans.
hmm.
Well, it's just
Yeah,
even
I would think they would get that from the Japanese, maybe.
like,
They
but
like
like,
it.
listen to their language. It's so funny. I couldn't imagine like a German lullaby. It would just sound like you're yelling at me to sleep.
I have one. It's it's not a lullaby, but it's like a soft Christmas song.
Of course you do.
Duncan Shane.
You want to hear it? I'll get it. You guys just keep going, but yeah, I've listened to this for some time.
German lullaby Christmas song.
You'll know it.
Guten Tag.
You'll know it when you.
Scheißen.
Scheißen.
When I need iTunes, I can never find it.
So
What else is?
So anything else going on that's cool, Andy?
that's
Or
cool.
interesting?
I can't wait for it to start snowing.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
You're
snow
one of the
yet.
bears that doesn't mind the winter.
No, not in Vancouver.
Vancouver. Yeah, 'cause you won recently a contest.
Yeah, I won a contest, unlimited skiing or snowboarding
For life.
Oh, nice.
for this upcoming season.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
You got your board and everything now
Yeah,
too, right?
are you gonna get a board?
I really should.
Because you got a truck that'll make it up the hill. So you should
Dude.
also get a pass.
So, how much is the pass gonna run me?
The one Roldy's getting is like $450.
What's that entitled?
Unlimited skiing up till like January, and then it's like just not on weekends.
Okay, that's not
So
too
like
bad.
weekdays, and the hill's open till 10.
Yeah.
I know.
And which one is this?
Cyprus.
Considering I pay twice as much for hockey, I could probably get a lot of use out of that.
We could go every day after work. Technically,
Technically.
be pretty sore, but
Yeah.
I plan on going a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a thing I want to do this year.
Eric, you ever snowboard?
Yeah, I'm amazing at it.
Sweet.
No, I'm not. I mean, I've done it.
You're a goalie, so you should.
This can't be it, 'cause this is saying it's Johann Sebastian Bach. It's not Bach.
Bach made this one.
It's not. I think this.
You couldn't have made it recently.
I don't think it's this one.
I love
I
it
think,
though.
I think he's making this song up.
No, you'll know the song once you get it.
How much German music do you have?
Yeah. This is off my German album, Germans Go Crazy, eh?
You gotta like Christmas, man.
This is all Christmas?
Yeah.
German album 14. Germania.
Oh, here we go.
Who's it by?
It's it might not be German. Joop van Tiechak.
No, that's Japanese.
It's not. No, it's definitely not Japanese. Wait till you hear it. It's probably like Austrian or
Belgian.
Like Baumgartner. Alright, kids, go to bed.
I've never heard this song.
No, it's on my top 50 Christmas albums, with Mariah Carey being number 2.
Wait, he's singing about baby Jesus.
Oh yeah, this is Fluffy.
Floppy is with Jesus.
Then Santa comes to me down the chimney, and he comes all the way down to the tree. And he'll leave a couple presents for you and your sister. And then he'll eat some cookies and he'll leave. This is hilarious. Let's just soak this in.
Gets really good here.
1961, wij naar Flappy zoeken
He's our
vader. Die
ancestors.
zocht gewoon mee bij de bomen en het water. Maar niet in dat fietsenscheurtje, want daar kon hij toch niet zitten. En ik schudde nee.
That was good. That was
We
good.
zochten samen tot de koffie. De familie aan de koffie. Maar ik hoefde niet. Ik was van Flappy, dat het s'nachts kan.
This is
Mijn hoofdje stond gebogen, dikke tranen.
this would be a good Christmas skit though.
I can do it. Hof, he comes hof.
How good would this one be though?
Do you know a piano? Where's your piano?
Jimmy,
I'll sing, Jimmy. You've learned this.
you got.
Yeah.
No, I gotta do a Christmas video this year. I would not mind making this Christmas video.
Okay.
Jimmy in the
Get-
middle.
Get this down. You're singing.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be in parts.
You've heard this more than anyone.
You guys are the choir in the background.
Let's barbershop quartet this shit.
How do you do that?
Oh. You guys all harmonize. Barbershop quartet, you know what it is.
Oh, I see. Kind of like beatboxing.
No.
Okay.
Like barbershop quartet.
Was that
Wear the
racist
striped
what you
vests
said?
and we get mustaches.
Is there
No,
4 singers, barbershop, quartet?
Yeah.
Well, I understand
Oh,
that.
baby.
but- Oh. So what? But we'd have to do it in German or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be so hard. Okay, he's getting angry now.
No, it's excitement.
Well, you got coal for Christmas.
Christmas is getting close.
Now he's
Yeah.
almost crying.
He is.
It's
Tearing up.
emotional.
You got a coal in his stocking.
You don't know what he did wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
this could be a very sensitive song.
You know,
It could be.
you just make a YouTube music video of like Christmas morning.
That would be good with this music.
Oh!
Oh, it's funny now. The ball.
Well, I hope Steve liked that song.
Told you.
He just rocked that house. Like, that standing O he got.
Not bad though,
I
right?
think he left them in suspense until the end, and he just blew their minds.
He's the Eminem of German Christmas songs.
Did Eminem ever do any Christmas song?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
I was looking up the top 50 most influential rappers. He was number 9. Do you think that's fair?
For sure.
Who
You
was
shouldn't be
number
higher?
1 through 8?
I don't
It's
remember.
top 10. I don't
I think
know.
Biggie.
I don't like to categorize people in front of each. I just have like a top 10 that I could interchange at
Isn't
any
that
time.
categorizing the top
Depending
50?
how I'm feeling, though.
But that's. Oh, you know who was number 1?
Tupac?
Nas.
What? Yeah. He is well respected in the game.
Yeah, they're saying he's the best writer, best rap writer. This could have been some
Jay-Z
kid.
is
I don't know
This could
how
have been
anybody
some-
could be more influential than Tupac, though.
This could have been some kid's blog though that I was reading from. He just did it really well.
It's my Groove Shark playlist.
Well.
Not to be confused with my German Christmas music Shark playlist.
I got it. You need it.
Now I can't wait for Christmas. I'm getting my German Christmas.
Well, next time we gotta have Gentleman Nog and Rums.
Well, we can do that as we get close to the holiday season
get
here.
those
Well, I'm
now.
pretty sure Nog's in the grocery stores, so. it's
Yeah,
about
I
that
seen
time.
it last week. That was
Yeah,
good.
well, we had some Thanksgiving.
It's nice.
It was nice.
I have a question there for
How
you.
was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my question. Nice to take.
Yeah, none of us were together. Well, I guess you guys were together.
Could you grab that bottle there for a moment?
I actually had quite an interesting Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
It started with a drive, and a drive that fell short.
Oh,
My certain there drive shaft fell off the truck.
that
It
is
was
nuts.
quite dangerous, come to think of it, and could have been a lot worse. Thanks, Sultan.
You're a nut.
And thankfully, everything went as smoothly as possible, I guess. But yeah, to add to the excitement of Thanksgiving, I was thankful that I didn't roll my truck that day.
So you guys,
That's a good thing to give thanks to, man.
so you dropped your drive shaft.
Yeah, on the highway.
Not bad at all.
That's just how it started. And then it ended with turkey and friends and drinks.
Yeah.
It was quite excellent. All in all, I'd say a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think it was pretty successful in the end. Your truck, they ended up not saying anything wrong with it. So get this, people out there, Indonesia.
You're still listening.
Indonesia, if you buy if you have a big populace of vehicles over there, I'm not really sure. I'm sure it's more like Thailand than it is like China, although they have a lot of vehicles now. But I'm guessing you guys are good drivers, is my point. Decent. If you drop your drive shaft in the middle of the road, you can just pick it up, put it in the back of your truck, your car, whatever. Bring it to the shop, and they just reattach it, and that's all that happens. Nothing else. That's no problems.
Essentially.
How does that doesn't make sense to me. If the thing that drives your vehicle, which is this piece of steel, which I went and grabbed it, it's about this big. It looks like I'm obviously not a mechanic. Listen to how I'm talking, but this chunk of metal can ding around underneath while you're doing, I don't know, what would you say, like 70?
Well, it's a really strong piece of metal.
It is a strong piece of metal. Why is it falling in the first place?
Because
And
my
what
mechanic was
kind of
working on it
alloy
and
is
didn't
it?
tell me and wasn't put on properly.
Do you guys,
It was put on very loosely, just enough to move down to the shop.
I can do you,
Kind of told me.
Yeah.
So
It's mostly water, anyways.
basically, it was just bad.
bad timing for everything.
Well, yeah, bad communication.
Ill communication.
So
Well then, I guess. I don't know. I would never come. It would have never crossed my mind that could happen, and the outcome would be just like
Crazy.
just
It
like
could have been.
just like a Lego.
once
Just-
they went
put it back
loose
on
with
there,
the,
everything's
with the
good.
bolts, the bolts just snapped.
okay,
Just
so
need to be rebolted with new, stronger bolts and the new
That's dangerous.
support system for it to be
yeah.
put on.
The best part about it was this guy who was following us on the highway. I guess because it seemed like there's about 5 cars behind us at the
Yeah,
time.
there was about that.
Did your truck just slow down?
Well,
I glided.
Yeah.
You can't drive any faster or slower.
Yeah.
It just rolls.
but that thing is gonna ding, and it must have taken a good hop off of the bottom of the chassis because
Yeah.
it did ding, like it went,
It went
ting,
clunk,
ting.
clunk.
And then we kind of knew there was a problem before.
Yeah, I turned the music off, and just as I did that, that's when we heard it just drop.
Yeah, and then so like I jump out because he's in the left turn lane, which was fortunate that we had that. And this guy's pulled off to the right side of the road, and his wife's now driving the car. Maybe she always was, but he's carrying this drive shaft. Like he got out of his car and he's carrying the drive shaft. And this guy, it's Easter, Thanksgiving Monday, and he's walking down the highway. It was a nice day, really nice day. And he's like,
Did you drop something?
I
Might
think
wanna
you're
start
good.
with
Yeah,
this."
you might want to start with this.
Was he
Yeah,
pissed
man.
off?
No, he
pretty-
was just
probably
big
like-
smile, like, you guys good? Everything's good? And then they're like, if you needed a ride anywhere or anything, and they're really really kind, over the top kind. They probably would have taken us to dinner if we would have said, you know what?
Yeah,
fuck
where
it,
you guys going?
Thanksgiving's ruined.
Yeah.
Who's in laws?
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. She's like, I'm going to
Got any cute daughters?
So, but yeah, they were pretty cool. But this guy just went way out of his way. He didn't need to be caring. Like, dude, you don't need to pick it up. Okay, just whatever.
So I was driving home from work, and this guy's truck, he had like a Ford Ranger, and I don't know, he must have had his tailgate down, because I pull up to the light and he's got his four-ways on, and there's another car stopped in the right lane, and I look and there's a guy who's got a garbage bag in like this east trough, and he's just chucking it off the road like so hard. And then he gets back in his car, and the guy from the truck like goes and picks up the stuff from off the road, puts it back in his truck, and like puts up the tailgate and goes. It's like the guy saw it fall off his truck, and instead of being like, "Hey, here's your stuff," he just chucks it right off the road, gets in his car.
Was it like one of those hoarder guys with all kinds of junk? In
No.
his truck?
That was the only thing.
It was
that
like
was
something
cab.
he needed or had, and it just fell out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What if it was like dead bodies or something? It's creepy.
That would be.
Or if it's just like a bag of weed, like a big garbage bag full. And he chucks it off the road. Is this recording, Eric?
Imagine that. We have zero.
0 viewers? Yeah, he said he was picking up his wife.
No, we have like
Watch it.
8,000 viewers.
Oh yeah, I didn't see those couple of zeros and an 8 there.
Yeah, well,
Sitting far back.
An 8. I mean, it looks like a 0 from far back because
Yeah.
you don't see the intersecting points.
What did
in
0
which
say to 8?
get
Nice
off
belt.
me. Oh, nice. I
I
like that.
interrupted you before you. I didn't care what you had to say.
What did, mine was pretty good, I thought, for
Alright.
being.
Sorry, what is it?
said,
I don't care. No, seriously.
If I fall for this 3 times, though, I'm a loser.
I'm not gonna do it. I'll drink.
Trick me once. Shame on me. Trick me twice.
What did
Shame on
0
you.
say to 8?
Get off me. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
I didn't say 80.
No, I was thinking
Bad.
it's 2
Yeah.
zeros on top of each other, right?
Oh.
That's what an 8 is.
I'm a little divided.
Yes.
Even though nothing divides into 0.
Get over your differences, maybe he said. Get over your differences. That'd work. Because maybe it's just a 0 torn.
Is that a midget on your
I
shoulder?
just don't think 0 and 8 conversate very much.
I think they do. And you know why? 8 used to be my favorite number aside from 0 because it's the only complete number. There's no loose
Aw.
things. It's just connected. And 0 is the same way. And this is why I think they get along.
That's great. I like that, actually.
It's so brilliant.
It's like brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles, they're connected, yeah.
Exactly, and there's zeros.
Unless, isn't there that one with like the pinky flare?
It would hurt so bad to get punched in the face with brass knuckles.
Yeah. Or you wouldn't feel it at all.
Yeah, you might just be.
Bobby didn't.
I guess.
He got jumped on his way to the bus when he was a kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
In Harrow?
Yeah,
it's-
brass knuckle
People
brawl.
carry brass knuckles.
Yeah,
his
my
dad
town of
gave him to him,
2,500
Bobby
You
kicked
know
the shit out of
exactly
this
who it
kid.
is.
kids. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's,
think they
rare.
fought again later.
Yeah, Bobby kicked the shit out of him.
this is
He
the
went
socials
crying to his
versus
dad.
greasers.
Yeah, no, it's not even. We don't have enough cultural influence
Come on, Pony Boy.
for there to be that much. There's a lot of culture, but I mean, like for division,
Yeah.
division. Like I think we're all very similar in our,
You
our
came
town.
from across the tracks. Well, so
Yeah.
did you.
Yeah, because the tracks are on the other side of our town.
Yeah.
Everybody came from across the tracks. Okay, so today we were just talking about this. You weren't. Yeah, you were. It
What?
kind of ruins the story.
What?
This is why I don't like
Andy
hanging out
ruined
with
the
you
story
guys.
again.
It's the first time in a long time.
On the front page of our newspaper, it's
I didn't see this.
It's detailing.
It's pretty much the headline story is one man's vacation. They're just talking about a guy sailing. It's cool because he's sailing. He's going to sail the Pacific.
Make movies about one man's vacation. Why can't they have a headline?
National Lampoon's.
Just because it's...
Or Captain Ron.
My point is that it's great. That
A lot of things can happen in this.
Our newspaper covers vacations.
Yeah.
What is, instead of like
I'm actually more interested in seeing what happens.
Business
with the story.
is going under or crime.
Happy story on the front page of the Herald
We're a
Times.
very positive town.
Great. I want to buy a boat and do that
Yeah, we are.
next year.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't see too many sailboats in Lake Erie.
No.
Not as many as you think, maybe.
Well, I don't know. Then
I think there might be. We're just maybe never out on a windy day.
That's not true.
Okay.
No, there are a lot of boats out there, but I think a lot of them.
With the price of gas, you think there'd be more?
Yeah, I think there's more motorboats down there.
Yeah.
It's because
Maybe this will be the start of a new revolution.
he lives in San Francisco.
Well,
He's
but
not
it's
sailing
it's
from
on
there.
Yeah, but it's on the front page of the Herald News now. They're gonna be like, I want a sailboat. We're better to start than
Honey, this
backyard.
guy's living the dream.
I want to sail from here to through the Panama and up.
You're nut.
Well, I'm not saying that.
On a 13-foot
No,
sailboat.
25. Johnny decided.
Ahoy.
Johnny decided 25 would be enough.
Johnny know about navigating the waters
That's the
down
first person I'd want to
Mexico.
go with
Come
on an
on.
idea.
First thing he knows is attire. He wears a proper bandana, and he's pretty
Looks-
shaggy.
So does Brett Michaels.
Yeah,
But he's not.
but see, guys
Tell
like
me how
that
to-
survive things like this. They just do.
And you don't.
Inexplicably, they go and they survive.
It's in our genes to sail, right?
Wouldn't say it's in their genes. They just survive at stupid stuff that they probably. Sometimes when you're just what you don't know can't kill you. So you just kind of go with things often.
What you don't know can't kill you.
Yeah, and
Oh, come on.
and it happens to be, I think, a
Say that.
common principle.
Say that to the first person who ate a poisonous mushroom.
Yeah.
Imagine being the first for a lot of things.
What was famous last words?
I heard Jack Daniels said, or no, what is it? Who's the other whiskey guy? When he was
Jimmy
dying,
Dean?
he said, "One more drink, please," was his last word. It might have been Jack Daniel.
We're doing this.
What, we're gonna play my new drinking game?
No. Well, we can. But first, we're going to
Live
play
on the air?
best of the 11 most badass last words ever
Nice.
uttered. Okay, number 11.
William Wallace.
How did it come from 11? Why not 12?
From Carl Panzram, serial killer. Do we need to go through a story first? You may know the term Hoosier, meaning people from Indiana, from that Gene Hackman movie about a basketball team. Apparently people from there are really good at teamwork and jump shots and really bad at executing people quickly. Now, far be it from us to glorify the defiance of a convicted serial killer, but Carl Panzram did make an interesting point about the mire of bureaucracy versus individual enterprise. If the guy you're executing thinks you're taking too long, you need to rethink the process. Or perhaps Carl was just angry as fuck and wanted to shout something in before he had been hung. Hurry up, you Hoosier bastard. I could kill 10 men while you're fooling around.
Wow, that guy looks so crazy.
He does look crazy. Well, they don't give a year, and I don't know if that one's... It's not bad, though. It's pretty good to yell out before you're gonna die.
Hurry up.
Hurry up, you Hoosier bastards. I could kill 10 men while you're fooling around.
Alright, just read the quotes now.
Okay. The last words of Chief Sitting Bull. I am not going. Do with me what you like. I am not going. Come on. Come on, take action. Let's go. I don't.
He probably yelled it more with passion.
Well, I don't know the context, right?
I'm not going! Do with me what you like! I'm not going! Come on! Come on, take action! Let's go!
I like Andy's version.
And scene.
That's pretty good, Andy. So,
I think you
in
just got the part.
1890, you got the part.
She's sitting bull.
Is that his actual name or did he make it up?
Who's this next one?
Okay. Jesse, you got this one?
Who is he playing?
You're playing the last words of George Engel,
Ooh.
union activist and founder of the Socialistic Labor Party of North America.
You're a socialist.
Hurrah for anarchy! This is the happiest moment of my life.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Wow.
That's actually well, they got
That's
them in good
badass.
ranked order. Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't laughing at Jesse. Was.
This one's awesome.
I didn't get the part then.
Okay, this one. No, that was good. This one's just good, and I can do this one. I can act this one out.
Who is this?
So the last words of Giles Corey, a farmer who was accused of being a witch, and so the way they killed him was by crushing him with stones. His comment: more weight. That was it. More weight.
Maybe
Yeah.
back in the day.
No exclamation point.
No,
so
maybe
yeah.
back in the day. You know how we were confusing words earlier? Maybe it was WAIT. Like, more weight. Wait, more.
Wait. That's kind of funny. That would not be a good way to go. Crushing
That
by
is
stones.
What
That's
the fuck are these people? Who's the real witches?
Oh.
People just going around maybe having a bad day, or people like crushing people with stones. Ah. Alright, who else we got?
Oh man, I'm just
What?
reading about the story.
Okay, tell us.
So according to colonial law, a person who refused to plead innocent or guilty of a crime could not be tried. This was particularly vexing to the courts when they had people accused of witchcraft, since they weren't going to torch themselves. The remedy was a process where the accused was slowly compacted by rocks until a plea was entered.
Oh.
So this
So
makes
it's
his
just like a
comment even
slow
better.
death. You just get
Tough
crushed.
love was pretty new back then, and it clearly had some refining left.
That's just torture. That's medieval torture.
So Giles Corey, knowing he wouldn't be afforded a fair trial, challenged every plea request with the above more weight, as in add more stones. He did this literally down to his last breath.
Would it crush you or suffocate you?
Your lungs would go.
Suffocate you. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
That's
You can
breathe.
breathe.
You breathe in, then
you
It doesn't say.
choke.
It doesn't say where this was or what year, does it?
This one does. Oh, that one doesn't. The other ones do say 1880s for Jesse. You were 1890. Okay, the last words of James French, convicted murderer. Andy.
Hey fellas, how about this for a headline in tomorrow's paper? French fries.
That's awesome.
Well, how did he die? Is that electric chair?
Yeah.
Oh, French fries.
That's good.
So he's French.
Well, his last name's French.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
It's French, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait.
Did they publish the paper with it?
It gets even better. James French was already serving a life sentence in Ohio prison in '66 when he began to realize that life is a really long time. Unwilling to complete his sentence and reportedly scared of suicide, he did the only logical thing. He killed his cellmate in an effort to convince the state to execute him. We're cool with someone wanting to be in control of their destiny, but did you have to be such a dick about it, James? That's pretty good. Here you go, Jess. Oh, Shay. Shay got. You got. Where's his year? I didn't know he was.
That's a badass thing to say.
Doesn't really give us time. Okay, you got Shay.
I know you've come to kill me. Shoot, you are only going to kill a man.
He probably said it in Spanish.
Yeah, you should have.
Yes, de hombre de muerte. Ándale.
Hurry. Oh, that's good. And he gets,
Ándale,
and he gets the part. Although you get the American part. You get the American role.
That is bad. You're only gonna kill a man, like he's saying, like he's no big deal.
Yeah. Robert Erskine Childers, Irish nationalist. I want the Irish accent.
Take a step forward, lads. Oh wait, that's not Scottish.
It's close.
Take a step forward, lads. It'll be easier that way.
Did you say something about Italy?
Yeah, I guess you got it down.
A tongue roll into Italy.
Oh my God,
Who's
that's
this?
awesome. Tom Blackjack Ketchum, convicted murderer. I'm digging these guys. I know they're bad people, but I'll be in hell before you start breakfast. Let her rip. That's it. These guys are fucking tough guys.
Imagine being the guy that pulls the thing or whatever.
Trigger?
What's his name? He's got a name.
What, the executioner?
Yeah, execution.
There's another name for him.
Okay, the last words of Voltaire, philosopher. This one requires a little context. Voltaire was a famous essayist, dies, and apparently smartass. So, who is the enemy he's talking about in the quote above? It was his response to a priest at the side of his deathbed asking Voltaire to use the precious few moments left to renounce Satan. And he said, Now, good man, this is no time for making enemies. Just before he died. It was his response to a priest at the side of...
Excellent.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
What's this?
He's a smartass.
What?
The last words of Tallulah? Tallulah Bankhead, actress. She was an iconic lesbian, celebrator of good. She also
Celebrator of good.
celebrator of good life. She also had a
How do we get
knack
that title? I want that on a card.
Yeah.
I want a business card. Andy,
I am a
celebrator
celebrator
of good life.
Okay.
Call me.
She also had a knack for being terribly quotable. She once said that she only threw 2
I
tantrums
just quoted
in a
her.
year.
I just quoted her business card.
You did, really.
Codeine, bourbon.
To explain the relevance of her last words, one must only look to her earlier quote. Cocaine isn't habit forming. I should know. I've been using it for years. We're kind of in love with her. That's awesome. Codeine. That's what she says.
She just got high and
Yeah.
diked it out.
Okay, number 1. The photo of this one. Come on, this is a great one.
Who is that?
What is it?
Kit Carson, pioneer. Once in a blue moon, God reaches down from his lofty perch, points at an infant boy, and proclaims, "This one shall have balls carved out of fucking granite." Kit Carson was such a man. From fur trapper to wilderness guide to frontier warrior, Kit Carson was so much man that he actually defeated Chuck Norris.
What?
It's made up.
No, that's just... That just
Well,
ruined number 1.
I kind of did. It did, and it actually said it in a different way. I just didn't read it
No,
properly.
I don't even believe this guy is real.
No, it's just
It's just a
it's just
cartoon
their
of
way of spinning their take on it, right?
Okay.
So in the end, all he needed to feel complete was one. I don't want to say it, but his last words were, "I wish I had time for one more bowl of chili." Maybe he's just a big chili enthusiast.
Probably he loved the chili con cook-offs.
Well,
Pioneer cook-off.
there you have it.
You know what? There's probably so many undocumented badass last words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch more right here that we're talking about.
Darling. Who's that? Is that Thomas Jefferson? No, it's George's.
George
Danton.
Danton. You'll show my head to the crown. It is worth seeing.
Is that Andy Richter of the White? Yeah, where's all the people
I'll
from?
show you how an Italian dies.
Yeah, where's all the people from a century where they have cameras and news? Go to next. Go.
Well, I don't know. I don't.
Don't.
I'm glad that there's some older ones here because it's cool that we have them, right?
Yeah, no, it's. You just thought by now some more badass would come along.
I think it's more badass though.
Yeah, actually,
the
back in the
19th
day,
century.
like being an outlaw back then, like Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, did the Monopoly guy kill himself?
It looks like that.
Is his name Pennyworth?
Lavina Fisher. She's a good one. 1820.
What'd she do?
Hung herself?
If any of you have a message to give the devil, give it to me quick, and we'll go to meet him.
What'd she do?
Oh no way! And then she trumped the executioners by jumping off the scaffolding and hanging herself. She was executed for her role in a series of murders with her husband. Oh wait, yeah. While he was begging the crowd for forgiveness and putting the blame on his wife, she took this approach. She was a rough chick.
Wow.
Breaker Morin was quoted as saying, "Shoot straight, you bastards." Karl Marx.
She's got a beard.
Marx is a great
Go
thinker.
away.
His housekeeper got it. And what were his words?
Go away. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough. Whoa, Karl Marx.
Pretty good.
He's a Marxist.
He created it. He is the Marxist.
That quote is powerful.
It's back to the top. That's it.
So, is that ironic that he made the most badass last words ever?
Yes, that is.
Or is it just honorable mention?
He was part 2.
That was part 2.
He was.
But for him, I mean, he ends up saying some of the best last words ever. Even
He
though
knew it.
he didn't want to say it.
You know, he had that in his pocket.
Oh, for sure. He'd probably been thinking about it.
How did he die?
Just
Self-induced stroke.
Marxism.
Marxism got him. Yeah, this is why the States is so afraid of it.
It'll kill you.
Look how he went. I think
You know, imagine back in the day, you were an idiot if you didn't have facial hair. Like, you would not get respect.
no.
No.
I have this.
Isn't that how they for generals and whatnot? And
Like, this guy would probably be leader of us.
Yeah.
wait,
Easy.
No, wait, I got
What do you mean
sideburns.
probably? I am.
I would have mutton chops out to here.
Yeah, you'd be a chopper.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be a stasher.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Without the
I have a discussion about this to this day though with one of my buddies who grows a beard just because he has a sales job and he's a bit younger because
And he's Jewish.
for his role and for his responsibility, and he's not Jewish. Although I guess some people could take him as Jew, but he'd be a big Jew guy. He's a big boy. So he wears this beard only because
Does he wear his beard?
Yeah, he only wears it because he gets more respect and makes more sales.
You look older.
Yeah, and power.
And he's done studies on this.
This is a power. Yeah, he's had without beard. I'll ask him because he was shaving the other day and something went wrong and he had to get rid of his whole beard.
Oh.
So he set himself back.
Sales are down.
Maybe.
Sounds like this baby's not eating. Daddy lost his beard.
We can send something out to the world to find out, but he's got to be sleeping. He's in Indianapolis. Feely.
John A. McDonald was mocked for not having any facial hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He went
Is that
against
why
the grain.
he drank a lot?
Well, he drank a lot because he was Scottish. Right?
Well, I
Those
guess
damn Scots.
good thing for me we're not in that era because my beard would be pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I can't grow right here.
Yeah.
Just doesn't. It's lame. Yeah, but Jesse will be pimping. Or as they say it
Pimpin'.
back in the day, coloning.
Cloning?
I don't know. Pioneering?
No, what were they
Klondike.
called back then?
Well, what was that one guy? He was a pioneer.
Yeah.
Horn?
Big Joe McEnroe. Coming down from Ottawa.
The number one guy.
Can we hear that song?
Chili. Pardon me?
Stop at Tom Connors. Can we hear that song to take us out?
Yeah, we can do that. I'd have to fire up the old Groove Shark here.
Oh, you don't have that on your Stop and Tom hits for?
No, I'm strictly seasonal music, holiday music.
You're getting into the German Christmas tunes already. Eh?
Oh yeah, I was listening to him today. I had Diana Krall on, and she has a long list. In fact,
Guten Tag and Scheiße.
Speak of the Devil, this is where I paused it. No word of a lie when the debate came on. It's a good song. For this kind of music, I could listen to year round, man. It's just comforting.
It's
Diana Krall's got a beautiful voice, and add the jute,
like an angel.
add the jazz,
The big Jew
It's
guy.
a German
Add the big Jew
Christmas
guy.
music.
add the Jew
Says-
boys in there.
He would be a big Jew guy.
So
Stompin' Tom.
Big Joe Meffero.
It's such a well constructed song.
Stompin' Tom.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good. I heard it the other day in the car, and I was like,
Hey, hi.
"Yeah, oh, best man on Ottawa, for oh."
I'm gonna save this.
Sorry,
for when I can-
Diana.
I'm gonna save that for when I can.
For
try
when
it.
we're gone and it's dark. What?
It doesn't have to be dark. I mean, which one do we want? Which one?
Muffleroy Joe, is that it?
Yeah.
Muffleroy?
He should have.
He gotta go to
25 of the
CL.
best stomping shit.
Yeah,
Toms.
it's on there, sure.
Gotta be there.
disc 4.
Muffle, Rogo.
Big Joe Meffero.
Best man in Ottawa.
Joe Meffero.
Oh, it's probably on the second disc. Just click on Stomp.
Boomerang's Believe in Your Country, Rubberhead, Ketchup Song, Gumboot, Cloggeroo, Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg's got a song? That's awesome.
Play it.
The hockey song.
Livin' La Vida Loca.
No, it's not on there, Eric.
Bud Spud.
It's
No,
not.
that's not it.
It's Big Joe Meffero.
Hey,
Tom, you ever been to Tilsonburg?
Played them in the All Ontario
My
Finals.
back still aches when I hear that word.
Big what?
Big Joe Meffero.
While away down southern Ontario, I never had a nickel or a dime to show.
You know how to spell
All
Muffero?
heaped up in an automobile.
M-U-F.
He said you wanna work in the tobacco
F-A-R-O.
fields of Tilsonburg.
Stompin' Tom again. It's gotta be it.
My back still aches when I hear that word.
Go to see all.
He said I'll only give you $7
Alright.
Alright.
Go to see all.
Your bed's already on the bunkhouse floor. If it gets a little chilly, you can close the door. Tilsonburg. It was Tilsonburg.
Tilsonburg.
I don't remember what Tilsonburg's like, but I remember we played them in the Ontario finals a few years. They're good.
The farmer said, I'm gonna teach you how to prime. He said you gotta don a pair of oilskin pants if you wanna work in the tobacco plants of
Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg. Tilsonburg.
They are catchy tunes, aren't they?
Yeah, this is Driving Across the Prairies music.
We landed in a field that was long and wide, with one old horse and 5 more guys. I asked them where to find the
Mufra, we would have
supper
never
trees,
spelled
but
that
he
right.
said,
Yeah, I
"Ben,
don't
I
know.
was ready to lead."
Mufra.
I wasn't far off.
It's, I mean, it is as it sounds, but it's just.
I said MUFFAROE. I wasn't too far.
My back still
He
is.
said to pick just the bottom lead.
It is. All right, well, gentlemen, it's been a slice. Till next time. This is big.
We'll have to do a couple more before you go.
Yeah, and then I was also thinking we're gonna be able to do some extended conversation, but we'll have to figure out
How to tape it?
some split screens and some micage.
Oh.
Yeah, it could get really fancy real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Big Joe
Big Joe Muffro. Stomping Tom Connors taking us out
taking us to the tops
on this
Tommy.
Tuesday night.
All the way to Ottawa.
It is
Just one
Paddling down the Mettawa?
Mettawa.
No. Not Mettawa, is it? Sing it, Tom.
Sing it, Tom. Yeah. No.
Why isn't he singing?
Live in Hamilton. That's what we're getting. Here we go. You sure?
Is this mono or stereo?
Or mute.
128-bit?
Is he even playing?
No. We lied.
Click on that, yeah.
I think it's more the one we selected than anything.
Is there another one?
Yeah, this
Find
is
out.
riveting.
Margot's Cargo.
That is not what we clicked on. Who would have thought this would be such a difficult song to track down? Tilsonburg, I mean.
Tilsonburg, 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 Tilsonburg. Oh, I gotta get out of Tilsonburg.
Probably could have YouTubed it a lot quicker.
Well, look how many windows you have open.
It's not true.
You got like 30 at least.
Yeah, but
It's all about bandwidth.
got lots of bandwidth coming through this computer.
I wonder why computer's freezing all the time.
Yeah.
The internet's shutting down.
That's it.
All right.
It's Eric's fault.
I'm not leaving here until I hear that song.
I know.
So I'll play it.
Got it?
There it is. There's only one. Unfortunately, we're stuck with what we've been given. But we do have a video of it.
Groove Shark does videos now?
Yeah. Something's definitely.
Yeah, it's the 18 windows you have open.
It's the HD we threw on.
Ooh, HD.
We went HD. We went HD. We were sucking a lot
Do you
of
want to
bandwidth.
hear what version?
There we go. See, we took.
This isn't him.
No, this is awful.
Here,
Is it
I'll-
phony?
Is it phony?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a phony, definitely. Here, I think I got it.
Not him?
Yeah, it's not their song.
It's the wrong song. Here, let me. I can't. That's my favorite song from Tom song.
It's their song too.
What do you mean?
And he seen Big Joe had an old pet frog, bigger than a horse, and he barked like a dog. And the only thing quicker than a train upon a track was Big Joe riding on a bullfrog's back. Heave-hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Muffler Joe. Muffler Joe. Yeah, they say Big Joe used to get real wet from cutting down timber and working up a sweat. And everyone will tell you around Carlton Place, the Mississippi dripped off of Big Joe's face. Heave-hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Muffler Joe. Muffler Joe. Joe had a portage from the Gatineau down to see a little girl he had in Kempville down. He was back and forth.
Kempville? That's my buddy Gagesy's from. Shout out to you, Gagesy.
The best man in Ottawa was Muffler Joe. Muffler Joe.
Yes.
No, he lives in Kempville now.
Oh, okay.
He did the reverse. He did the reverse Big Joe.
Well, gentlemen, that was pretty fun for time.
Yeah,
Good drinks.
yeah, quality contact.
Might be Mark and Run next time. Let's see.
Maybe we'll get Trevo. I'd like to get Trevo. He can bring in physics aspects to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna read into that theory you were talking about. Get an opinion on it. Yeah. Needless to say, as we always say here,
Keep on thinking.
good discussion comes with good drinks.
Fun. Keep it on.
I don't know if we always say that. I just said that now.
Hey, oh,
Salute.